A pornified society. Media has become an everyday sanction in today's society. It helps us connect to our friends and family, apply for jobs, meet new people, and even order groceries. We can do this at the tips of our fingers with a few clicks. While media can be an incredible tool to our busy, ever-changing lives, it can also become a burden. Sexual images and pornography are becoming more and more prominent on social media aspects in daily life, in a world where these images used to be forbidden and shamed. Throughout this presentation, I will examine the effect of porn in today's media and the sexualization this has on today's youth. I will examine whether or not this media has a positive or negative effect on the growth and sexual development of an individual into adulthood, and what changes can be made to prevent this. Pornography is not a new concept. Porn has existed for decades and became most popularized by the upsurge of Playboy. Hugh Hefner, the creator of Playboy, started this magazine, which featured nude young women. This started an evolution of pornography in American society. Playboy allowed its viewers to indulge in the body of a female without forming an emotional connection. Playboy encouraged its viewers to enjoy sexuality and sexual liberation in their daily lives. Today, Playboy continues to exist, but is not the only outlet where one can watch and enjoy pornography. Playboy simply started a development of normalized sexuality and pornography that can be viewed by anyone. Today, dozens of porn sites exist, and porn is virtually impossible to avoid. While researching the effects on today's youth, many youth reported that pornography is used as a tool for sexual education. This type of sexual education can promote risky sex, sexual abuse, and many other sexual deviances because pornography is not intended to be used as an educational tool, but rather a tool for pleasure and experimentation. According to the Huffington Post and British Journal School of Nursing, the average age youth are viewing porn is age 11, and children under age 10 are accounting for 22% of online porn under the age of 18. Coming from a time where pornography was viewed as corrupt and immoral, porn is now seen as an acceptable form of media. The media often portrays women as sexual objects, leading women watching porn to feel the same way. Looking back at Hugh Hefner, the beginning of Playboy was bold and risky and started a revolution of sexual images that has progressed into much more. Today, sex sells, and the media is a great example of how this occurs. Media can be an extremely generalized term. It can mean anything from a movie to a book. In today's day and age, it also includes social sites like Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. All of these types of media are used by nearly every grown individual in the United States. Looking back to 1977, social media began with a website called 6 Degrees. This website was used as a form of contact between individuals. By the year 2000, internet was becoming more common and blogging and instant messaging was becoming more popular. In 2003, MySpace became one of the first modern-day social media websites. It allowed its users to connect with their friends, post photos of their day and family, and instantly report what activities they were participating in. Today, multitudes of social media websites exist and allow their users to interact with one another 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Pew Research Center conducted a survey of social media interaction in the United States in 2018, reporting that 68% of all Americans are Facebook users, with 3/4 of these individuals checking the website more than one time a day. When this study is narrowed down to the age range of 18 to 24-year-olds, these percentages increase. 71% of these media users are on Instagram, and 78% of these users are active on Snapchat. When looking into the age of which these users are beginning this media, parents have reported that 81% of their children are beginning to use social media between ages 8 and 13, and 57% of these children are using their own devices to participate in this media. While media can be an incredible outlet for expression, meeting individuals, and sharing news, it can also play a role in sexualizing the community it reaches, including its young users. Social media websites have very little control over what is posted, who is posting, or even how often things are posted. This means that individuals have nearly complete freedom to post as they wish, including porn images and text that may not be suitable for all viewers. This may be exposing young individuals to sexual images in a time where the sexual ideations, behavior, and roles are beginning to emerge and evolve. Emergence of sexuality is a crucial time period for growing individuals. Sexuality is defined as the capacity of sexual feelings and sexual preferences. The development of these characteristics begin as early as age 2, where individuals often discover the differences between the genders they view in daily life. By age 3, youth are looking to others for development and often mimic the actions of adults in their lives, which may include sexual acts they may not understand. As puberty occurs and individuals learn more about their bodies and development, they begin to understand their own sexual preferences and seek to obtain sexual gratification. At this time period, individuals are also becoming emerged into the world of social media and looking to social media to help make sense of the feelings and actions that revolve around a sexual nature. Media is a peer pressure to these individuals, and they may not even realize the important role it plays in their development and belief system. With access to the internet, sexually explicit material is easily available to those of all ages, and sexual deviances are prominent. When an individual receives little to no sexual education in an education or family setting, these images and texts may be the only education they are receiving on common and acceptable sexual behavior. Oftentimes, the images presented online and on social media portray sexual activity that should not be completed by these young individuals, and the pressure these individuals into believing that this is a common phenomenon, which may lead to sexual deviancy at a young age. Throughout this presentation, I examined 3 different aspects that affect the lives of every growing individual. As explained, media and pornography are becoming more prominent in today's society, with children as young as 5 years old having access to this text, video, and photographs that should not be viewed by individuals under the age of 18. Having access to these types of media not only has an effect on the sexual development of an individual, but may also promote sexual deviance that can encourage illegal or immoral activity that should not be performed by an individual. These negative consequences can be prevented by taking a measure to keep individuals from viewing these types of media by use of restriction and measures taken. This can also be prevented by challenging adults from allowing their children to use media at a young age, thus avoiding the problematic sexual development.